I'm holding in my hand an authentic antique bottle of good old-fashioned snake oil. You want some? We use the expression snake oil to describe a scam, a product that's just too good to be true. In the early 1900s, corrupt businessmen who claimed to be traveling doctors would ride into town with this miracle product, causing a snake oil sensation. They claimed that this potion could cure any sickness known to man: rheumatism, pneumonia, headaches, broken bones, even blindness. This miracle product was guaranteed to eradicate disease and restore perfect health. That's why it was so expensive. Just one small bottle could cost up to 2 months' wages. The only problem was it didn't work. Hundreds of deceived customers wasted their hard-earned money to purchase the oil, only to find out it was a scam. But the traveling doctors would sneak out of town before justice had time to catch up with them. The snake oil scam can teach us an important lesson about human nature. We like quick fixes. We want easy solutions to our problems, and we want them now. This is especially true in healthcare. We wish our doctors could do magic tricks or prescribe special pills or potions to make all our health problems just go away. We wish there was a vaccine or a pill that could prevent every disease. But that's not how life works. In healthcare, just like in every other discipline, the best way to solve a problem is to address the root cause. I believe that the single most powerful thing you can do to improve your health is to learn to trace from cause to effect. Once you understand how your daily health choices either promote or prevent disease, you will have the tools you need to take charge of your health. The solution for type 2 diabetes and prediabetes isn't found in a magic bottle or capsule. Sure, medications can help and are sometimes very important, but a true and lasting cure can only come from addressing the cause. Perhaps that's why there's so much confusion as to whether or not there's a cure for type 2 diabetes. In previous videos, you've heard the stories of people who have been able to reverse this condition by making simple lifestyle changes. These people now maintain normal blood sugars without the need of insulin or oral diabetes medications. They no longer fit the diagnostic criteria for diabetes. However, some organizations and healthcare professionals continue to claim that there's no cure for type 2 diabetes. If you're a diabetic, you may have been told that you will have this disease for the rest of your life. How can you make sense out of this? Is there a cure or not? Well, yes and no. It depends on what kind of cure you're looking for. Is there a vaccine for type 2 diabetes? No. A new medication that will make it go away forever? No. A special kind of snake oil designed exclusively for diabetics? No. In that sense, there is no cure. The World Health Organization can't eradicate diabetes the way it eradicated smallpox. But what does it really mean to cure something? The dictionary defines cure as, first, to restore health. Second definition is to effect a recovery from, and finally, to remove something harmful or disturbing. There's also a definition for diabetes. Diabetes can be diagnosed by any of the following 4 criteria: a fasting blood sugar of 126 or higher, a random blood sugar of 200 or higher that's accompanied by classic diabetic symptoms such as increased hunger, increased thirst, weight loss, excessive urination, etc. A blood sugar of 200 or higher 2 hours after a glucose tolerance test. And finally, a hemoglobin A1C blood test of 6.5% or higher. We'll discuss these more in future sessions. But the point here is that there are specific criteria that define what it means to be diabetic. If you fit into any one of these criteria, you have diabetes. But what about people who have improved their health so much that they no longer fit these diagnostic criteria for diabetes? Are they still diabetic? I don't think so. Imagine that a man named Keith set up a consultation with me for help losing weight. At 5 foot 10 inches tall and 260 pounds, Keith is obese. He knows his health is at risk and he desperately wants to change. After listening to Keith's concerns, I tell him, well, Keith, I know you're really discouraged about your weight, and I want you to know that you can make some improvements to manage the situation. However, you need to understand that you will always be obese. Obesity is a lifelong illness. No matter how much weight you lose, even if you reach a normal weight, you'll still be obese. How do you think Keith is going to respond? He would think I was crazy, and he would be right. There are certain criteria that define what it means to be obese. A person who meets those criteria is considered obese. A person who does not meet those criteria is not. Saying there's no cure for diabetes is like saying there's no cure for obesity. There are specific blood sugar criteria that define diabetes. When a person's blood sugar meet these criteria, they are considered diabetic. But if that person is able to improve their health so much that without medication, their blood sugars no longer meet the diagnostic criteria for diabetes, they're no longer diabetic. Now, this doesn't mean that people who reverse their diabetes don't need to be careful anymore. Just like somebody who loses weight needs to continue making careful decisions to maintain a healthy weight, a person who has type 2 diabetes or prediabetes needs to be extra careful to take care of their health so that the blood sugar problems don't return. But although the risk of relapse is always there, a full recovery is completely possible. Does that mean that anyone with type 2 diabetes can be cured? That's an important question. There's some people who have sustained so much damage to their bodies from chronically high blood sugars that they will always need to use some insulin. However, these individuals will still benefit greatly from following sound health principles. In fact, they can significantly reduce the amount of insulin that they need. But the good news is that the vast majority of people with type 2 diabetes have the potential to experience complete reversal. Most likely, this means you. How is this possible? Not through a snake oil sort of solution, but through a serious and lasting commitment to make your health a priority every day. You can experience the cure by learning to treat the cause.